One of the changes at the USPTO this year, since June of 2022, has been that the transition to electronic registration certificates. So for any trademark that now becomes registered, the recipient automatically receives an electronic version of a registration certificate. And the USPTO is no longer automatically mailing out a paper, physical copy. Actually, I love my physical copies. You can see one right here, or you can see the images on our website of many of our trademark registration copies. But this is a little bit concerning to me. I've previously talked about some concerns as to where the savings in terms of the costs would be passed along to users and filers. But one of the other concerns is that the USPTO now says when you don't get a physical copy, you can order a free presentation copy. And it's free if your application was already pending at the time of this switch in June 2022. If your application came along after that, you actually have to pay a small fee to get the presentation copy. And my concern is that the presentation copy is really not very valuable. As you can see in the image I'm sharing, comparing a presentation copy and an actual registration certificate, it's not quite as nice looking, and it's not containing all of the same information. So it's missing some of the information about the history of the application, the goods and services that the application is tied to, and other important parts that are attached to the trademark and elements of the registration. So I'm a big believer in the value of the registration certificate and framing them, hanging them to show your employees, show your customers how important your brand is and how proud you are that you've protected it. The presentation copy falls a little short, in my opinion. What you can do is order a certified copy of the registration from the USPTO, and that actually doesn't cost much more than the presentation copy. And I think it's $30 or $35. And that is what I would recommend you get if you want to display your registration. It's a much more complete version of it. So look for, on the USPTO website, how to order a certified copy of your registration. That's just another tip from our Trademark Archive, full of many, many trademark tips. You can find many more at ericpelton.com or at ericpelton.tv, or look for us on social media.